Hello all, I'm Thomas, and today we're going to go over the amazing creations that are Git and GitHub. In this video, we'll take a look at exactly what those two things are. So, let's get into it. So, what exactly is Git? This is the first question anyone has when they're getting into version control usually. The shorter answer is an open source distributed version control system. Okay, but what is a distributed version control system? So version control systems come in two main flavors, centralized and distributed. Let's take a look at a diagram of what those both look like. No matter what, we've got a server that holds our remote repository. We've also got our developers working through a program that lets them access the server. This program is called a client. What we have here is a basic centralized system setup. Developers constantly connected to the server whenever they want to access version control actions like committing and reverting. This is because the commit history is located on the server in the repo, so a stable internet connection is required to take any of these actions. Now, let's throw something new into the mix. We've got a remote repository, but what if we added another repository? These are the developer's local repos. Just like in a centralized system, developers have a copy of the project located on their local computer in what is called a workspace. In this case, however, the developers have a copy of the commit history on their local computers as well. And just like that, we've got a distributed version control system. This means that they have their own repositories and have access to the version control actions even while offline. Okay, so then what exactly is GitHub? GitHub is a version control repository hosting service. They own servers and let users have limited space on them for their repos free of charge. They do, however, limit you to files below 100 megabytes each and frown upon repos being larger than 1 gigabyte. They also created the popular desktop client called GitHub Desktop. This application acts as a client to communicate with their servers, giving you control over your local repo and the remote repo. A question I see pop up a lot is if Git and GitHub are related. The answer is that they are, only in that GitHub uses the Git software for their server-client relationship. They did not make Git, they do not own Git, it's just in their name really. That should do it for this video. Next time, we'll go over part 1 of a 2-part tutorial on how to use GitHub Desktop. Until then, have a good one.